Our Minnesota Vikings are set to take on the Las Vegas Raiders this Saturday at 3 p.m. for the season opener, preseason opener, and I am pumped up about it. I hope you guys are as well. Vikings football is officially back, but that also means we're starting to learn a little bit more about our roster, who is going to be the first team, the second team, the third team. Basically, all we're worried about is who's going to be the starter at quarterback. And today, not only did the Vikings, but basically a lot of the NFL release their unofficial depth charts for who is going to be starting week one in the preseason. And for the Minnesota Vikings, we have an interesting one, but a decision that I think we all seen coming. Sam Darnold will be officially the starter against the Las Vegas Raiders for the preseason opener. We all kind of knew this was going to happen and take place because Sam Darnold was signed as a bridge quarterback, 1-year deal. Come in here. We knew we were already going to draft a young guy who was probably going to have to sit for an entire season, maybe half a season, kind of learn the ropes a little bit, right? We didn't want to rush a rookie quarterback out on the field where he could end up failing and his career could go down the gutter. So Sam Darnold was brought in here to do just that, basically take the reins for one season and then kind of go on from there. But Sam Darnold going into this as week one starter makes you wonder what was actually going on with the J.J. McCarthy-Sam Darnold battle, because earlier this week we also talked about Sam Darnold and J.J. switching first team and second team reps, giving JJ more looks with the first team. You know, the Justin Jefferson, the Jordan Addison, giving Sam Darnold the opportunity to work with the 2s and the 3s and really, showcase his leadership skills to see how he could mold with this. Mold with this team overall. However, that might have not been the case that, JJ McCarthy in the Sam Darnold battle was as close as it was led on to be. This was probably never even a battle for quarterback one in the first place. This was more likely a battle for quarterback two. So let's get right into it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be much appreciated. So, in short, veteran Sam Darnold checked in as the unabashed quarterback one, with rookie passer J.J. McCarthy evidently battling for the quarterback two job, not quarterback one. McCarthy and Mullins are listed on the depth chart as backups in their own category, with second-year signal caller Jaron Hall the apparent QB4. Now, Darnold is the standalone quarterback one on paper. So the Vikings preseason begins on Saturday, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders, a team with a quarterback battle of its own, and all four passers, Darnold, McCarthy, Mullins, and Hall, should experience some playing time. That isn't disputed, okay? It's preseason. Everyone's probably going to get an opportunity here, especially week one of the preseason, right? Now, it's just that training camp has painted a different picture of McCarthy, the rookie, suggesting he could be ready for the bright lights of the regular season sooner than most had expected. Last week, okay, head coach Kevin O'Connell told reporters about the quarterback depth chart. Here's what he said. As far as that depth chart in that room, I think it's clear and obvious, like you guys do. You make the commitment to come out every day. You see it's pretty darn even between Sam and JJ, and in many cases, JJ getting a couple more reps with our ability to add some developmental stuff for the guys down the line. We talked about that in a video not too long ago, where basically it was like, hey, JJ is going to get some reps with the first team. We're going to see how he molds or how he does with Justin Jefferson, the starting offensive line. Let's see what he's got in store. But who knows if that was for the quarterback one battle. I think it was just to see how far McCarthy has progressed this far into training camp. Now, declaring the battle as even wasn't a situation most Vikings fans had on their radar in the spring. We were all saying he's going to have to sit for the whole year. Most believe, like I did, Sam Darnold would shine above all else, while hoping McCarthy would show glimpses of competence as a 21-year-old rookie. However, McCarthy was very much looked the part of a rookie who could start out of the gate. O'Connell also expressed his belief in playing the best player that gives you the best chance to win, as every coach does and should, right? Now, that tidbit gave McCarthy enthusiasts hope that he could take the quarterback one baton against the Giants come September. However, there was one Viking analyst, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, who believed long ago, at least a month ago, that this wasn't a quarterback one battle. This was all along a quarterback two battle between Mullins and McCarthy, who's going to be the backup to Sam Darnold. This is Sam Darnold's team, okay? It has been since we signed him. We knew that. Now we did get a little hope for J.J. McCarthy, potentially taking some reps with the one, saying, oh, there's a chance. He's looking good. He could start week one. So we're getting hyped up, but that's, That's going to happen when he's, you're drafted top 10 overall, right? You're going to get a little excited and want that guy to start right out the bat. But that's not always the case. And Paul Allen is pretty smart. And I think this unofficial depth chart kind of shows that. So here's what Paul Allen exactly said. Let's see. He said, I would make it prohibitively favored in that it would be Sam Darnold starting, Nick Mullins as the backup, and then J.J. McCarthy as the third quarterback. But this is an opportunity for McCarthy. He also added that puncher's chance would be too strong, but longish shot fashion to win the two jobs in training camp. And I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen, but I would make three quarterbacks on the active roster prohibitively favored, which, for all of you that don't know, the NFL last year granted NFL teams to allow themselves to have three quarterbacks on their active roster. You have the starter and the backup. The only way the third string quarterback sees the field is if both the starter and the backup go down via injury or something else happens drastically wrong for that team. But basically, we're going to have three quarterbacks going into this one, especially after the year we had last year. Now, Paul Allen may have been onto something, vindicated by the depth chart release with Darnold as the clear-cut starter, while McCarthy duels for quarterback 2. So this all makes sense. The unofficial depth chart, obviously, it's in the title, unofficial. This isn't the official week 1 depth chart that we're going to see against the New York Giants. There could be some changes. You never know what's going to happen. We have corners that we really don't know who's going to make the roster, who's going to be slated to start where on the depth chart at that position and stuff like that. So don't take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, I think the quarterback position is the one position to look at. Sam Darnold's going to be the starter, whether you like it or not, to begin the season. Okay, we can all speculate saying JJ's looking really good. He's going to start week 1. That should be what the Vikings have in mind. Okay, no, that's not the case. We signed Sam Darnold for 1 year, knowing exactly the plan we had in place for McCarthy, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, so Sam Darnold, week 1 or preseason week 1 starter for the Minnesota Vikings. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skol Vikes.